Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul, and we are here to say some nice things about ourselves. I'm playing around with some new software today, and it's really fun to be able to see. I actually have some viewers, and all of this on my end looks a little bit different. So the call is going to look a little bit different today, and I hope that it's fun for all of us. Like usual, we are going to be working with my I Am deck. Now, this I Am deck is just full of positive affirmations, beautiful, wonderful things that we can say about ourselves in order to really help ourselves have a better day, to put some positive messaging inside of our heads prior to the world giving us messaging that is designed to get us to buy something or to get us to think in a certain way. Let's get to know ourselves before we are told who we are from the world. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to work with this. We're going to work with this deck. I'm going to pull one off the top of the deck, and I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on the card. You're going to respond, I am the affirmation on the card, and then we're going to write it in the chat. We're going to have some fun. So let's begin by pulling one and saying that today I am compassionate. I am compassionate. I move with consciousness and practice self-forgiveness to love myself as I am. So, I am compassionate. I move with consciousness and practice self-forgiveness to love myself as I am. Are you compassionate? You are compassionate. You move with consciousness and practice self-forgiveness to love yourself as you are. And I'm going to write that in the chat right now. And as I do that, I am taking that thought out of my head and I'm putting it out there onto the internet. And how cool that is, that it was something that I just thought up, and now it's something that's out there in the real world. It's something that you can agree with, that I can agree with. It's something that we can that we can play with. It's an idea that we have expanded. We've expanded the consciousness of our compassionate and of our compassion by just putting it out there on the internet. I think that's just such a really, really cool thing. So thank you guys so very much for all of the for just chatting with each other, and I'm watching all these comments scroll by. It's so fun. I feel like because I'm looking at this from a different perspective, I feel slightly like a fish out of water. I know how to do a wake up call with Maui Paul. I don't entirely know how to operate this, so it's really fun. I'm having compassion with myself as I'm playing with these buttons on the back end and being like, how do I get this thing to do what I want it to do? I just think that's just a really, really cool, fun thing. So I am compassionate. I'm being compassionate with myself, literally right now, and just having some fun with that. And let's see here. Let's see what other fun buttons that I can play with. You know, as we go through the hey, look at that. A comment just popped up. I love this. Brenda G says, tell us a story about compassion in your past. Well, absolutely. You know, I've had multiple opportunities to be compassionate with myself, to be compassionate with others. I would say that, one of the ones that comes right up into my brain is about 3 years ago, I got divorced. And when I got divorced, of course, I was heartbroken. I didn't see it coming. Was not prepared for it even a little bit. Was not culturally prepared for it. And when it happened, when my wife decided that she didn't want, when she decided that she didn't want to be married to me anymore, my first thought was to be very angry with her, and my second thought was to say, okay, well, she's making a choice, and I can be compassionate about that. I can just say, okay, well, even though you don't want to be married to me anymore, I don't. That doesn't stop me from being able to love you as you are, even though you're not in my life anymore. And so I felt like I could be very compassionate in that way. And how cool that is, because ultimately the compassion that I had in that instance saved me a whole lot of heartbreak. My heart was absolutely broken. And then when I said, I'm going to have compassion, I'm going to have forgiveness, my heart wasn't broken as much anymore. And of course, forgiveness is something that takes a while sometimes to ferment for us. And in the end, I was able to overcome it a lot faster than I think I otherwise would have if I had been holding on to all the thoughts about how much that I had been wronged in that situation. Instead, I was able to just move past it, and I feel like that compassion helped me tremendously, tremendously in life. So I'm compassionate today. You're compassionate. Let's go be compassionate as we are let's go be compassionate as we are in the world, and as we interface with other people. Everybody is fighting a battle today. Everybody has something that is going on in their lives that isn't as they prefer it to be. We all have something that we are dealing with right now, each and every one of us. Maybe it's something physical, maybe it's something emotional, maybe it's something relationship based, but no matter what it is, we have this wonderful power to love people where they are and to be compassionate with them uh, as they are being who they are. So, guys, thank you guys so very much for coming to the wake up call with Maui Paul. You are the ones that make this work. You guys are the ones that make this awesome, and I really, really appreciate particularly as you are really engaging with each other. I think that's just a super cool thing, and yeah, just want to say thank you so much to that. So y'all are awesome. Aloha from paradise.